where does Dallas-Fort Worth rank on all the lists of hot real estate markets for 2026? Folks, I don't know if you know this, but that's not quite 2 weeks away. We are almost there. Now listen, let's finish 2025 strong. Let's have a great Christmas holiday. By the way, Courtney, we will answer your question here in a little bit. Does Christmas factor into your home buying decision for all of the people that are thinking about buying in the next 4.5 days? Listen, if you want to buy a house in the next 4.5 days, I'll find somebody to help you. Maybe one of our team members will not be nestled by the fire. No, our team's still hustling. Okay, we will talk about that, but we're also going to talk about where does Dallas-Fort Worth or Texas as a whole rank in all these lists. There's always lots of lists, and all the lists use slightly different metrics and things, but the Yanni Donnie, our very own AI, the aggravated Ian, or analytical Ian, maybe this time.
No, let's go analytical.
Our analytical Ian, he's playing hurt. He's still not feeling great. We're going to get him all cleaned up before Christmas, though. He's going to be fine. And Courtney liked that one. I appreciated the laugh there. Oh, everybody liked it. Look at that. Okay. We're going to run through some data. So put your math hats on, but we are going to interpret this data as well. And then we will talk about how Christmas factors in. And it does last beyond December 25th, the impact. And I'm going to tell you a massive mistake that sellers make that hurts them with buyers around Christmas. But none of that until we acknowledge that Patrick Glaros has always, and I sure hope will always, and right now is, bringing you the first segment of every radio show we've ever done and are doing and will ever do. That's patrickglaros.com, Glaros. Listen, let me just give you the simplest radio advertisement read promotion of all time. I've been in real estate for 24 plus years. I've bought and sold a lot of property, and I will not buy and sell residential property and have never bought and sold residential property where I'm going to have a mortgage without Patrick Glaros. I just won't do it. Go to patrickglaros.com, Glaros. He's going to educate you throughout the entire process. He's going to let you know your options. He's going to help you understand that the lowest rate is normally great for you, but sometimes there's other factors that are more important. Help you protect your cash, protect the payment. Think about wealth building. Think about risk reduction. patrickglaros.com. He's as good as it gets, best in the business for all mortgage-related stuffs. patrickglaros.com. That's NMLS number 308804. Because he's legit. All right, folks. I'm going to ask Ian, and then he's going to just uncork the tremendous amount of data that he has gathered. He went into the lab. I imagine he put on some form of glasses, maybe a different colored visor. And he gathered this here data.
I can give you...
Started with datum, but then it turned into data.
I can give you mortgage expectations for 2026. I can give you national outlook for 2026.
Let's start with national outlook. These are the least reliable bits of data, but they're based on real math. So these are indicators, but when we do national, it just doesn't always apply to local, but we need to look at it.
I'll tell you why as well.
Okay.
So these are from the National Association of Realtors.
Yep, so they're not biased at all.
The foremost expertise.
Okay.
Existing home sales are expected to increase by 14%.
Now, just to be clear, we were talking smack because the National Association of Realtors generally wants realtors to be presented in a positive light. We are, by letter of our license, we are realtors, by the way, the word realtor only means that you're a member of the National Association of Realtors. It doesn't mean you sell real estate. You can have a license to sell real estate in Texas, for sure, most states, without being a member, which means you're not a realtor. You're a real estate agent. You're a licensed real estate salesperson. Realtor literally is the name that they own. They made up. It's their trademark. That means member of National Association of Realtors. Anyway, they like to put out data that's good for their members. So oftentimes we question their data. But I'll say, I think that number is pretty reasonable, fair, maybe even a little conservative, that the amount of home sales overall will be up a little bit less than 15%. That looks right.
These are going to be more conservative then, because Lisa Sturtevant, the Bright MLS chief economist, says 9%. Fannie Mae says 7.8%, and the Mortgage Bankers Association says 6.3%.
Now, by the way, Mortgage Bankers Association, they're the ones you have to be careful about their mortgage predictions, because once again, they want mortgages to go berserk.
Can I pause before I glaze over?
Yep.
Like, what do these numbers mean?
With excitement.
So let's just say,
like a donut.
Let's say 1 million homes sold this year. It's way more than that nationally.
Sure.
Right? They're saying another 140,000 homes will sell this year, more than last year. There will be more homes that people buy and sell that exchange hands.
Okay.
So the last few years have been lower overall activity. That's totally separate from value and time and all that. Just how many homes are changing hands. They're saying that's going to go up like 14% next year, or 9%, or 4.5%.
Because we're building? Because
there's a lot of good reasons for it. If you want to read any of their reasons, great. I'll tell you the ones I believe are true after that, or I can tell you right now, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I would just say one of the main reasons is that because there's more inventory and because mortgage rates are going to hopefully continue to come down, then there's more negotiating power that the buyer has than the seller had, and so they're able to go and leverage that a little bit more.
Plus, they have more affordability because they can borrow a little bit more, or because the payment's a little bit less.
If house prices have somewhat stabilized, but maybe over the last 3 years they've got job salary increases or bonus increases or whatever that looks like. They're able to afford something that they may not have been able to.
Yeah, but even all things fixed, if you had the exact same savings and the exact same monthly budget and your rate comes down a little bit or home values slip down a tiny bit, you can afford more. There's more to choose from, all those good things. We talked a lot about that last week, but I think those numbers are fair. Who knows, because so many things change, but they're not predicting a massive boost in the market. They're just saying, hey, more homes are going to sell next year. All the data points to that, and I would agree.
And in home prices, in terms of what they're going to sell for, NAR, National Association of Realtors, they're predicting a 4% increase. Those are the ones that I read earlier. This is slightly different. Realtor.com predicting 2.2%. Lisa Sturtevant, the MLS chief economist, 0.9%. And then interestingly, Mortgage Bankers Association, a decline of 0.3%.
Yeah, there are a lot of negative predictors out there. They tend to be regional, have lower quality data, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. But there's plenty of people saying home values are going to go down. It's going to be an economic crisis. I mean, there's always the naysayers. There's always the doomsdayers, and there's always the over-optimistic. I think generally speaking, the increase in home sales numbers, now there was a big range from like 4 to 14%, but none of them are saying 30% growth.
6.5 to 14.
No one's saying runaway growth, and no one's saying, I mean, that prediction range is pretty tight, is what I'm saying. Like, noticeable but not crazy growth. I think that's fair. On the value growth, I could see certain regions in the country remaining very flat, slightly negative, slightly positive. I feel very confident based on the buyers and sellers we talk to, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, thousands per year is maybe a better way to say it, that we are going to see locally in the desirable areas of DFW, we're going to see more value growth than we have in at least 2 years, which means the areas that were slightly negative, I think will turn back positive. The areas that have been positive will turn more positive. So I think in a lot of places, you're going to see like a 2 to 5, 2 to 6, and some hot areas, a little bit more price appreciation.
Yeah, and if for what is most people's largest or one of their largest investments, who wouldn't take a 2, 3, 4% increase in valuation on an investment?
Or who wouldn't pay attention to that and go, I'd like to buy before that happens, right? Or I'm going to time my selling, around the movement in that market. Okay, so those are big national predictions from big national organizations. So helpful information. None of those are hyper-specific to DFW. Now, there's also some forecasting about where Texas or where Dallas will fall, sort of compared to other markets around the country. And I think it's valuable or worthwhile to talk about that. But I do want to remind you before we do that Republic Title is the title company you want to talk to when it comes to transferring property, buying or selling, when you go to close or when you refinance and you have to transfer title and there's a title company that needs to process that, handle an escrow account, transfer of title, legal documentation, managing money in an escrow account, all those things. Republic Title is just as good as it gets. Go to republictitle.com. If you look down on a contract and you see a different title company name, you better make sure that your agent knows them and knows that they do a good job. And if we are your agent, and I recommend that we are here at the Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you're with a really reliable title company, and they don't get more reliable than Republic Title, republictitle.com. Where does Texas and then maybe further DFW fall on all these national lists? Because I've seen, 20 of these lists, and we're all over the place. Let's just be honest, okay? But I know, Ian, you were looking at one that showed Texas less favorably than most of these headlines or reports typically do. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was an NAR one, and it actually didn't even list a Texas city in the top 10 of top housing spots.
Do they say how they defined the top housing markets? Because while you can dig, PricewaterhouseCoopers, one of the most respected accounting firms on the planet Earth, partners occasionally with what they call the Urban Land Institute, which has absurd amounts of data on like land transfers. And guess where they've got Dallas-Fort Worth, Courtney?
Where?
Numero uno, just the very top.
So this list was put together by hotspots of markets that outperform the average market in the US on at least 5 of 10 economic, demographic, and housing indicators. That's how.
So economic indicators basically is where they got that list from.
Economic, demographic, and housing.
Got
That's
it.
what they said.
Okay, so I think the point I'm making is be very careful with these national predictions. They are relevant because they tend to drive economic activity. Corporations make moves based on some of these things. They want to be able to tell their people we're moving to one of the top markets, hottest markets, best economies, best job market, all those kind of things. But when it comes to real estate data, DFW is still one of the strongest markets on planet Earth, and the state of Texas is still one of the most attractive states in the United States by far. By the way, Jersey City, number 2, Miami, Florida, number 3, Brooklyn, New York, surprisingly, not Manhattan, Brooklyn, and then Houston at number 5. So you've got your 2 biggest Texas markets in the top 5 for this list.
This list had Charleston, South Carolina, Charlotte, Columbus, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Raleigh, Richmond, Salt Lake City, and Spokane.
Yep. And investor confidence is a big factor, by the way. When you look at like big institutional investors that are buying real estate, where do they want to be? If you think that big bazillion-dollar funds have good data and tend to make good forecasts, follow their money. And when they're investing in DFW, they're buying land, they're building, even the build-to-rent stuff, which a lot of people don't like. Our buddy Chris Kroc is always upset about that. He's like, that shouldn't be the thing. And I say, well, listen, if you like regulation over here, you got to like it over there. I don't like a lot of regulation, so it's a free country. They get to do that. And because it is, we can watch their activity and we can make some really wise deductions that they believe the value of residential real estate in DFW is going up because they want to own more, and they're building it not to sell it. They're building it to hold it as a store of value long term. Why do you care about that? If you're in DFW and you want to buy or sell a house, well, that is going to be an asset for you. Primarily for you and your family and your home and your rest and recovery and joy and birthday parties and dinners. But at least second or third priority as a big financial investment, one that you don't want to lose a bunch of money on or potentially lose your house or be in a community that people don't want to be in anymore. And all of these reports, all this data generally points to the fact that DFW is in a really strong place. The ones that Ian was talking about didn't have Texas in the top 10, didn't have DFW. That doesn't mean it's bad. It might actually be a good thing that it's not like rapidly growing and wildly attractive, but I think the best real estate data still shows DFW as, if not the, certainly one of the most attractive places in the United States to own residential real estate. And if you'd like to own some residential real estate or sell some or own some more, give me a call, 214-310-0008. My name's Todd Tremonti, if you didn't know that. I run the Todd Tremonti home selling team with Ian Daniels and the Full Price Courtney right here. All day, every day. Main office in Richardson. We got another chunk of our team over in Fort Worth. And we are here to help you buy and sell. We specialize in desirable neighborhood homes and big backyard properties, those 1 to 5 acre type properties where you've got a bunch of space for all that fun stuff. And then those neighborhoods that you're really proud to live in. If you or a friend or a family member is thinking, next year is going to be time for a move or an investment, just call us. That doesn't mean you have to buy or sell or invest today. We're actually offering you a free gift for Christmas or for the new year to spend about an hour with one of our full-time pros and just answer all your questions, put a plan in place, tell you, is that realistic or not? Is now a good time or later? And you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sign anything. Just have a chat. We'll actually buy you a cup of coffee and we'll answer your questions and we'll help you sleep a little bit better at night and know if you're 3 months out or 6 months out or 5 years out, or if that's just an unrealistic idea these days. But we are offering you what we call a free strategy session as our Christmas gift to you, our New Year's gift to you. And all you have to do to sign up for one, request one, or even just discuss one is call or text 214-310-0008. You can just text the word strategy to 214-310-0008 and we'll set you up for a free strategy session. If you want to scout us out and just see if we're full of bull, Google my name, Todd Tremonti. Spell it as best you can. It is, in fact, Tramonte, Todd Tremonti. You just Google us. There's over 800 5-star reviews. There's a couple of reviews on there that are not 5 stars. You can evaluate that however you like. See if those people are real clients or crazy people or if we're terrible. Go check out those reviews. Over 800 of them are 5 stars, more than any other team, real estate team in all of DFW. By the way, a couple other advertisers are advertising that they've got like 10,000 reviews. That's because they have like 2,000 agents in 49 markets across DFW and venture capital money. We don't. We're real life humans. We're your neighbors. We live here. Our kids go to school here. We go to church here. And we'll see you at a restaurant sometime soon. But just Google Todd Tremonti, check us out. And then you can sign up for a free strategy session, whether you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or if you're thinking about getting into the real estate business this year. I think the next month or two are the best time to get into residential real estate sales in the last 3 years. And we're looking to add 2 or 3 people to our team in the next really month or so. Call or text 214-310-0008.
Maybe they should listen to last week's podcast if they want to know why you think it would be good.
Where could they find that podcast, Courtney? If somebody wanted to listen to last week's discussion about why it's an incredible 3-year best time to get into residential real estate sales.
Anywhere that you get a podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever
Amazon.
you're listening, we're there.
I always throw in the Amazon.
Amazon, apparently.
The only one with Amazon Music on my phone. That's okay. I'm holding firm. Listen, folks, we want you to be successful when it comes to your real estate, whether there's a commission in it for us or not. We believe literally that God has given each of us unique gifts and abilities, and our team shares that value and believes that we are supposed to go and share our giftedness with the world for your benefit. Obviously, we make a living doing this, and we would like to earn your trust and be your agent or your broker when it's time to buy or sell. But if it's not yet time to buy or sell and you just need the name of a plumber or a roofer, an electrician that's good, you need to find out if you should tear that wall out and expand your kitchen, or you want to protest your property taxes, or you have a friend or family member that wants to buy or sell. We're here to talk to you all day, every day. And the best way to do that is just to save this phone number in your cell phone. And when you need anything real estate related, you can call us. You could text us if you want, but we'd rather talk and get to know you and help you in whatever way we can. 214-310-0008. Just get out your cell phone, save this phone number under Todd Tremonti or Todd Broker, Realtor, whatever you want. 214-310-0008. You got something?
Has when you're buying a home and all the homes that you've bought, does Christmas ever factor into your buying decision?
Okay, you know me. This is what I do. I'm looking for a benefit. So the answer is yes. I've said many times, we like to buy October, November, and a lot of people, they don't have their house on the market then because of the holidays. There's almost no other buyers buying because of the holidays. And I'm like, great. We'll be the crazy people that move in just before Christmas or do a remodel and move in a month or 2 or 3 later. So in that scenario, when I buy, yes, it's always.
You're like, where am I going to put the tree?
For real, for real. Now, on that note, the sellers that put their home on the market in and around the holidays and they take photos of their house decorated for the holidays. We always say it. Decorating tastefully for the holidays will not hurt your sellability. But if you take photos of your house and while it's decorated for Christmas, meaning you didn't plan ahead well enough and your house doesn't sell before Christmas, what am I looking at in January when I look at your house on the internet?
Christmas photos.
Yeah, it feels like Kmart. I still have Christmas up. What is going on? This is out of context. Something's not right about that. And now my first impression of your house is something's not right. Psychology is at least as important as the math, people. So what we would tell someone if we were putting their home on the market in late November, early December is like, hey, if you haven't decorated yet, let's get photos before that. It's like we tell people that they're like, oh, I'm going to sell my house in the spring. Like, great. Let's get good photos of your house in the summer, the previous summer, or like early fall when everything still looks really good. But let's not come take pictures in February to put your house on the market in March because everything is dead and gross looking. It's wet and muddy and dreary and unattractive.
So this is a really good question for people that are thinking about doing this a year from now.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of landscapes still look pretty decent in DFW. Like my garden, like my basil's dead, the tomatoes are dead, but shrubs look good. The grass still looks pretty decent. But you've already missed like the prime time to do that later. So let me just summarize all of that, the real estate part of that, by saying you cannot start the conversation about selling or buying real estate too early. You could have a 3-year plan to get ready. We would be happy to help you with that. We'll talk every 6 months or so for 3 years and just help you be so freaking ready to buy and sell that you get the best financial deal, the best timing, the best house, the best timeline, and the best sleep and all that. You cannot start that conversation too early. But sadly, almost everybody, I mean like 90+% of people do in fact start that conversation too late. And so then doesn't mean they do a terrible job, but they're not as prepared as they could have been. They're not as relaxed as they could have been. They don't get as good a deal as they could have been. They don't have as much time as they could have. They don't have as many choices as they could have. It's kind of like waiting to decide where you're going to eat until you're already really hungry. And so you just kind of go to the closest place or you go quick. And it's like going to the grocery store hungry. You're going to make poor choices. You don't want to be making poor choices when it comes to buying or selling an asset worth hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. Call now. We can talk about a move you're going to make in 2 years. And you might find out that it would be more advantageous to do it in 2 months. Or you might find out it would be best to wait 3 years. We've been here 20 years. We're going to be here another 20 years. You're not going to get rushed from us. Start that conversation if you or a friend has any consideration of buying, selling, investing, remodeling, protesting your property taxes, understanding your value. We're offering free strategy sessions the entire month of January. We'll buy you a cup of coffee or a Coke or a water or whatever you want. All you have to do is ask for one. It's our gift to you for Christmas, for the holidays, for the new year. We do almost all of them in the month of January. We can schedule you one for right now while we still have some availability. Just call or text 214-310-0008. That's 214-310-0008. If all else fails, look us up online. Just Google Todd Tremonti. Look at all of our reviews from all of our happy clients. See where we've helped people. We would be thrilled and honored to give you that gift and to help you. ToddTremontiTeam.com. What is up, party people? Welcome back. Thanks for hanging with us through the break. I want you guys to know that our producer extraordinaire, Full Price Courtney, the Triple C, Coat and A, was exhausted. Big yawns during the break. I mean, big yawns during the break from all of the sitting and producing that's happening. I mean, it's just
this is a hard job. A lot of focus, intense focus. We don't focus anymore.
You know,
do you feel like you focus?
I feel like I do, but I also feel like it's a little bit of a superpower.
Oh, good for you. I mean,
like not all day, every day. I'm saying like I think I'm aware of what you're saying. And so I've built like obsessive time blocking into my life.
I think dads get that luxury.
You see,
just saying.
I think moms think that. Okay. You see me on my in the office days when I'm have meetings back to back to back to back to back. And I don't get to focus quite as much. So that's why I have not in office days where I can lock in and go all the way down the rabbit hole and finish a thought, finish an idea, finish a plan. Dare I say, finish a project.
Yeah. You've time blocked that. So
because I'm aware that if I don't, I'll bounce off the wall like the rest of the planet. So this is not judgment. This is not saying,
it's good leadership.
It's learning that if you have to have some systems or you're going to crash and burn. And people depend on you. So, that's not nerve-wracking or burdensome in any way. Okay, folks.
I am sorry about that.
Are you, though? Are you?
Woo!
I don't. Did you have fun at the Christmas party, the team Christmas party?
I thought it was so lovely. I love hearing you recap the year. I love hearing you celebrate our team members and brag on them. I loved our gifts. He gave us masterclass memberships.
We should get a sponsorship from them.
So that was exciting. And then we played our saran wrap ball game.
I was proud to not be the only Todd in attendance. Let's air it out publicly. How did...
That's pretty... Toddy Boy was there.
Toddy Boy,
which is pretty impressive. A year ago,
that's Courtney's boyfriend, who you have. If you're like a diehard radio listener, Courtney got flowers from new boyfriend Toddy Boy
over a year ago.
Really?
I mean, last September.
Wow.
He sent me flowers while we were on air saying,
which, by the way,
congratulations.
Is such a clutch move. I talked about it at the time. And I used, like in my fraternity in college, I would tell the younger guys as if I knew anything about women. I would be like, hey, if you're going to send flowers, you've got to send flowers when she's not home. Like a roommate or a sister has to sign for them.
People see it.
And then they're excited and they can't wait for you to get home. Yeah. And they're like, hey, there's something here for you. He sent flowers. And now you have like a cheerleading squad or advocates. Or if you've already messed up, then it just gets worse. They like throw them away and don't tell her. Oh. That's never happened to me, but I've heard stories. Hey, this is DFW Real Estate Weekly. And as is the case each and every week, we do have to remind people that we run a real estate brokerage and team and company called the Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team right here in DFW. But on the show, we get to do whatever we want because it's our show. We are here to advocate for you, to be a source of truth for you, to determine and discern the crazy headlines for you. And then, of course, when it's time to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, to be a leader and a guide and an advocate and a representative, an agent or broker for you. Our agents specialize. They work full-time only with buyers or only with sellers. And so if you're selling and buying, it's not that you have to have two agents. It's that you get to have two agents. It's kind of like going to court. And on the other side is somebody with like a very inexperienced, cheap public defender. And you have like this massive legal team with a proven process and an incredible winning record and a guarantee of results. And you don't even have to pay them until they've already knocked it out of the park for you. So that's kind of how we roll here at the Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team. And if we could help you buy, sell, or invest in real estate, you just have to call or text us at 214-310-0008. That's 214-310-0008. Or you can just go online too.
ToddTremontiTeam.com.
I love that analogy because I think it's important to like have these numbers in your phone. I had a friend who made sure that she just had a good criminal lawyer in her phone just in case you want to have that on dial. And I just started working out with this guy named Roger, and he's a criminal lawyer, and I was like,
what's up, Roger?
This is great. I needed one.
Yeah.
Put us in your phone. You need a good real estate.
Do you feel like you more than most need a good criminal?
I don't know what kind of situation I'm going to find myself in.
Never know. And if you do need one and don't have one, man, that's unfortunate. And I'll tell you this.
We're sorry.
I'll tell you this. Most people will need a real estate agent, and I'm not judging anyone specifically, but most people will never, ever work with or even know a truly great, specialized, full-time agent with a great system and great structure and great staff and unique strategies and customization. Most people won't know that. They'll know the TV stereotype of a guy or a gal that works the neighborhood and does a deal here and there and is very nice and well-intentioned and just not at all an expert. So if you're looking for an expert, as a matter of fact, as a Christmas gift, as a New Year's gift, my team, the Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team, is offering you a free gift. We call it a free strategy session. And it's 30 to 90 minutes with one of our full-time, fully dedicated, world-class experts who specialize only buyers, only sellers. And you can meet with one or two of them if you need to sell and buy. And you don't have to sign anything. You don't have to pay anything. This isn't about hiring an agent. It can be if you want or need that. But it's about just getting some great info, getting a strategy, getting a plan, getting some information, finding out what the neighbor's house sold for, finding out what yours could sell for, how long it might take you to find the home you're really looking for, what your budget might get you. It might help you just protest your property taxes or find a roofer, plumber, or remodeler. We are offering you completely free the gift of expert time and advocacy for about an hour, usually sometime in January. Most of the time it's in the afternoon. It's almost always in person. If you're out of the area, we could do it by Zoom if we have to, but it's totally free. And you can request a free strategy session with this phone number that you should already have saved in your phone, like Courtney was saying. 214-310-0008. What's the phone number?
214-310-0008.
Nailed it. By the way, the other phone number that you probably want is Patrick Glaros's phone number, which is 972-386-1231. Easier to remember is patrickglaros.com. Glaros, patrickglaros.com. First segment of every portion of every radio show we have ever done in basically a decade has been brought to you by Patrick Glaros, who's my personal mortgage lender, the only guy I've ever used for a personal mortgage. His NMLS number is 308804 because he's legit and licensed and all that good stuff. And his team is incredible at educating you, coaching you, supporting you, helping you think about wealth building, asset protection, limiting costs, but also understanding your different options. He'll help you understand that you have more options than most people will ever tell you about. PatrickGlaros.com. Okay, there's lots to still cover on the show. I do want to at some point get to our backyard gift guide.
Yes.
Pretty proud of that. Not the design work, because I didn't do that. I mean, I'm proud of that. I'm just not claiming
You're
that
proud of the list.
I'm proud of the design work. I just didn't do it. I don't want to take credit for it. Courtney and Robert on our team, because we have a team at the Todd Tremonti Home Selling team, have made it pretty. I just got to say, these are the things that someone with a big backyard really ought to have. Should we get into it right now?
Sure.
Okay. The Big Backyard Summer Fun Guide. By the way, I mean, not Summer Fun Guide. Big Backyard Gift Guide. Also applies if you don't have a big backyard. Like you can, I think every one of these things you could enjoy.
Outside backyard lovers.
Yeah. Now, if you have a bigger backyard, you could probably enjoy all of them or enjoy them maybe more often or whatever. But this is for anybody that loves spending time in your backyard. This is our cheat sheet. It's certainly not everything. We have some videos on the YouTube channel.
And you can get your own guide. It's in the description of the videos and of the podcasts. Text us. We'll send it to you.
Yeah. If you go to our YouTube channel, just Google DFW Real Estate with Todd Tremonti. You'll find it. And you can click a link in the description, or you can text 214-310-0008 or go to toddtremontiteam.com, whatever. Find us. Ask for it. We'll be thrilled to send it to you. Here's one that I don't know. Most people don't agree with me that you need this, but hear me out. You need a campfire cooking stand. Basically, it's a tripod, 3 metal poles with a chain hanging down from the middle, and you hang your Dutch oven. You could hang a coffee pot or a kettle or something, but I hang the Dutch oven. And the thing I make most in this is chili. I'll make spaghetti sauce sometimes, gumbo. You can also make what I call Dutch oven cobbler, because I only want to eat it when it's made in a cobbler.
Is this essentially a camping crock pot?
Yeah, but again, if you have a big enough backyard that you can have a fire pit or something like that, which again, every backyard can do this, but if you have a big enough one, you could use it a lot of time. You set the tripod up over the fire pit or over the fire, wherever you have it. You hang that Dutch oven and you make a big pot of something, a stew, a soup, a chili, a cobbler. I don't love peach, but my family does. So we'll do peach cobbler. I like to do apple cobbler and mix in any other fruit you might want. And then you just bring out a bucket of Bluebell homemade vanilla. And you close your eyes and you just taste, not heaven, but like the edge, like the periphery of heaven. Oh. Like it's a glimpse.
Sure.
It's glory. So that's the campfire cooking stand. You can get one on Amazon for like less than $100, and it'll fit in the back of your truck or SUV or whatever. You can take it to the campground or just enjoy it in your backyard. The other one is s'mores skewers. Don't be out there with the painted coat hanger, people. Don't poison your kids like our parents poisoned us. Did you ever have s'mores on a white?
Absolutely.
Like the only thing
that is my life.
On. Think about that. That is a painted piece of metal.
Kind of gross.
That we all just burned and put Anyway,
I'm down with a stick.
get you some s'mores. I'll do a stick before I'll do the coat hanger these days. But some good s'more skewers are like $15 for a pack of 5. And they'll telescope out with a wooden handle. So when you heat up the metal part, you don't burn your hand off.
Oh, that's nice.
And then they'll turn. The good ones will turn. So you hang out your marshmallow, and then way back here on the handle where it's safe and
It's
not
got
hot,
a knob.
you just rotate that bad boy. You get
Get
the perfect light brown
Okay.
crust. Because if you eat your marshmallow like crisp and black, you could be a serial killer. Who could trust you?
Well, you would think that about me. It has to be burnt.
You're one
on
of them?
fire. Yes,
Oh,
because
my
it's
gosh.
the perfect goo
It's not even a marshmallow
on the
anymore.
inside. It has to be black.
Can I confess something? Is this a safe place?
Yeah.
Maybe the first time I've ever said safe place.
Oh,
I don't even care about. I don't even eat marshmallows. I make them for other people, and I pride myself on the ability to get a perfect brown crust, 360 degrees. You try to get a perfect brown crust on the part of the marshmallow where the skewer goes in. That's professional work right there.
yeah, but then you're not able to melt the chocolate.
Oh,
Because it's not hot
That's a
enough.
rookie comment. You put the chocolate inside the marshmallow, Courtney, or you get the fireplace shovel that no one ever uses, and you put the graham cracker, or better yet, an oatmeal iced cookie, and you put your chocolate, which should be a caramel-filled Ghirardelli milk chocolate
Yeah,
square.
you like to up the ante on the accoutrement.
Anyway, you need s'mores skewers. Get the good ones. They'll cost like $5 more. They're easier to clean. They're easier to keep. They rotate. They don't burn your hand, and they telescope out, and they're great. There's a brand Hengi, Hengi, I think, 6-pack, like $15. They're money. Just get you a new set like every 2 years. After a while, don't try to clean them anymore. Just throw them away.
Sure, it's not worth
Give
it.
them to a kid as a gift. They'll be happy. All kids like s'mores, and if yours don't, maybe not. Maybe not all kids like s'mores. The other one's a portable net. This one's a little bigger, costs you a little bit more. This is like in the $150
I
range.
thought about getting this.
Volleyball, Newcomb, badminton. Like the soccer volleyball where you're kicking it instead of throwing it. You can lower the net for tennis or pickleball. It's not really made for that, but it's super versatile, just backyard pop-up net. You can drop it into a bag that's like an oversized camping chair bag. Like it's not hard to carry. It doesn't weigh a lot. You can set this whole thing up in like 3 minutes, tear it down in 4 minutes. But lots of very, very simple fun. You can move it around, put it in the driveway, put it in the backyard, put it on the patio, take it to the beach, take it to the lake, whatever. A portable net. There's a brand called, I don't know how to say this, ZDGAO. ZDGAO is the one we have. They have a 12-foot version and an 18-foot version. We did the 12-foot version. I don't know what game you would play at 18 feet. It's the width. But this is not for like official games. This is for like quick having fun, birthday parties, friends are over. We love it. Number 3 on my gift guide. By the way, there's only 5 things on the official gift guide, I think. Or is there more?
No, there's
We
2
didn't
pages.
put all my favorite things is my point. You're right. There's like 9 or 10. But I've got 50 or 100 things that you could love for your backyard. So go check out the YouTube videos where I mentioned some other ones.
Yes.
Wood pellet pizza oven. Love this one by Bighorn. You go look at pizza ovens and they are expensive. And if you want a propane one, go do that. I like this wood pellet one because I can take it with me. I take it to the deer lease. I take it camping. I take it on our father-son campouts. I've taken it to other people's houses because people come to our house and they love doing it. Like, hey, y'all come over. Would you bring the pizza oven? We'll get everything. Would you just bring the pizza oven? Super fun. It's wood pellet, so you don't need propane. You don't need electric. You don't need anything. It takes a little bit of work to manage it, but it's kind of fun cooking work, and everybody loves it. You can do like a little 12-inch pizza. Everybody does their own. They can have 2 or 3. You can make your own dough, or you can use the obvious cheat. Just get pita bread.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So money.
That's good.
Anyway, that is a lot of fun. I've kid you not, I've probably taken it 25 different places. It's a hit. I won't spend a lot of time on this. By the way, the pizza oven that I like is Bighorn.
Okay.
It's one of the cheaper ones. They're well reviewed. I'm telling you, it's excellent. And then get some outdoor string lights, the big Edison bulbs, put them up. You don't need to tell me more about that, but like you got to have it. If you don't have it, if you have a friend with a patio or a yard that doesn't use them, get them some. They'll be super happy. I've seen people string those over their pool. That's actually really cool. I'm going to go quickly here. You get you a cheap wiffle ball set, but one with a good bat and good balls that don't break immediately. You don't have to spend a lot. Just don't get the cheapest. Wiffle ball's a blast. Home run derby, real wiffle ball, kids versus adults, boys versus the girls. Make the big guys play on their knees or left-handed or opposite-handed or whatever. It's a blast. Also get you a bocce ball set. You don't need a bocce ball court. I have a court. You can watch our videos on the YouTube channel. I love it. I actually just turned an ugly area into one. I did it out of necessity and it worked out great. But you just get a bocce ball set. You can play on the grass. You can play in the sand. You can play at the beach. You can play camping. But this is for your backyard. And for you can get a set of varying prices. But as cheap as like $29.99, you can get a bocce ball set. And then you can play anywhere. Any kid, anybody, any age can learn. It's very, very simple. Now, if you got a little budget and you love food and you love your backyard, next item on my gift guide is the Big Green Egg. Big Green Egg brand is thebomb.com. We're almost to Christmas, so this is kind of last minute stuff. But if you don't know what to get someone that loves food, usually men, but I respect all the women out there grilling.
Yeah, you can get one at Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware is a distributor for them, so you can get that. They do work on them, and they never need work, but if they do, they do it. And they have all the accessories and parts. You're talking like the best smoked brisket, smoked turkey, racks of ribs ever. Now, we're not sponsored by them, although I would like to be. Shout out, Big Green Egg, call us. If you sponsor us, I'll never say what I'm about to say ever again. There's another brand that's also great, Kamado Joe. And the Kamado has some accessories the Big Green Egg doesn't, but they're usually interchangeable. So go get you like a ceramic egg-shaped conical smoker. They hold temperature for a long time, and the most delicious foods come off of them. I'm a huge fan of landscape lighting. We have lots of episodes, podcasts, and YouTube videos about how I think that's a big differentiator for property value during photos and showings. You can do it cheap. You can do it expensive. Just do it. You'll be really, really glad you did, or that you gave that gift to a friend. You can go get a $49 set, a $99 set, and then, of course, all the way up for like 8, 12, 16 bulbs, very low voltage wire, easy for you or someone else to install pretty quickly. And it just transforms not only the look, but the utility. You can use your yard more, use the corners and edges and back of your yard more. Again, this is for big backyards, but of course it applies to smaller yards too. But on those bigger yards, you're more at risk of potentially underutilizing certain areas of your yard when it's dark. And this time of year, it's dark really early. So you're kind of letting go of this amazing asset you have with your big backyard if you don't light it up a little bit. Now, if you have a smaller yard, way more affordably, way more stunningly, a very simple gift of a simple set from one of the big box stores of landscape lights can really pop. And if you have someone you care for a lot, you could go install this for them in like under 2 hours, turn it on in an evening and blow their mind. You don't even have to tell them I gave you that idea. That's our gift guide. Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team. We love homes on land. We love desirable neighborhoods where people want to be in their backyard because they love their home, love their neighbors, love their community. Do it, folks. Enjoy it. Check out the YouTube channel and the podcast for lots of other backyard items that I mention as we talk all the time about big backyards and properties on small acreage like mine and like many, many, many of our clients. Which one of those do you want for your yard right now, Courtney?
The outdoor lighting.
Yep.
I really would like, and I just feel skeptical.
Your deck is so good.
I've got the strings.
That if you extended the string lights all the way to the fence, just like over the yard, the only thing that takes away is like throwing a football back there, which y'all could do in your front yard.
Yeah. We're front yard people.
Yeah. But that's why, like, if you just took the string lights, again, I like the big Edison bulbs. They just set the tone.
Yeah.
The mood. All the way to your fence.
Okay.
Even if you, like, just put some taller 2x4s up off your fence and made it taller. Now the whole backyard is lit. Otherwise, you go get like a little 10 bulb set at one of the big box stores, plop those things in your edge of your yard or flower beds or whatever, and now the whole thing's lit up for like under $100 and like under an hour.
Yeah, and that really, they say outdoor lighting like really elevates your house.
They do say that. I also say it ad nauseum. I shout from the rooftops because it's so affordable. And most people don't do it. You drive down the street at like 6 p.m. this time of year when everything's already dark. The house that has the nice landscape lighting just looks like 50% more valuable. It's not 50% more valuable. No one's going to pay you that much, but it stands out and looks that much more put together, well presented. And if you're going to sell a house, you should do it. Even if you're not selling a house, you should enjoy it. That's what I got. If we can help you with anything related to your backyard, your home, especially your big backyard property or your desirable neighborhood that you are in or you want to be in or that you need to sell in. My name's Todd Tremonti. I run the Todd Tremonti home selling team every day, all day. We've been in this market for 20 years. We only serve DFW. We specialize in desirable neighborhood homes and homes on small acreage. And I know you get a lot of messages on radio and on podcasts and on YouTube from a lot of real estate agents. There's way too many in our market. But you're also hearing from a lot of people that are not local, that are advertising across 25 states and just lead generating and selling leads or trying to buy your house at a discount. By the way, anybody offering you a cash offer is not going to pay you full market value unless they are going to live in it themselves. And we can help you. We have built our business to help you right here in DFW. Sell over the average price and under the average time. We guarantee that. Or when you're buying, to save at least $5,000 throughout the process of purchasing your home. And right now, lately, we're helping most people in the $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 of savings. Just call us, 214-310-0008, or you can go online to toddtremontiteam.com. You can also just Google my name, Todd Tremonti, T-R-A-M-O-N-T-E, 2 D's on Todd, T-O-D-D. And you'll find 800 and something, I don't even know how many reviews, over 800 5-star reviews. Read them, see what people think about us and our agents and where we work all over the Metroplex, main office in Richardson, big chunk of our team in Fort Worth, how we care for people, how we utilize our gifts to improve people's lives, not just in and around real estate, but also we don't specialize in everything. So if we're not a fit for you, we'll try to help you find somebody who is. But if you want to buy or sell a home in an area that we specialize in, which is for the most part desirable neighborhoods in DFW and homes on small acreage or big backyard properties, you just can't do better. I'm so proud of the agents and the staff I get to work with, Courtney, Ian, all of our agents, our other staff members who are obviously I've handpicked and trained and equipped and done that not just for their real estate knowledge, but for the way they care for people and the way they use their gifts and the way they want to not only glorify the Lord, but provide for their families and not only have clients, but make friends for life and have impact together, not just sell homes. And we're able to, this year especially, to be able to serve a bunch of girls in Sierra Leone that have been protected from trafficking, to serve a bunch of kiddos across the globe through Compassion International that have just been fed and clothed and educated, to serve a bunch of different young life areas, outreach ministry to high school kids with the gospel here in DFW, to serve our local food banks with our cereal drive, and just some cash donations and a bunch of other cool stuff. Because you trust us with your real estate needs, we get to do together with you and your support a lot of really great stuff here locally and across the globe. So we thank you. We appreciate you. We want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. But before we close out for today, I just want you to know we're doing a ton of other stuff for you as well. We do the podcast every week, anywhere you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. Just go search DFW Real Estate Weekly with Todd Tremonti. We also have a separate channel with just videos with information about different parts of DFW. If you're moving or you have a friend moving here, you want to send it to them. Fun places to go eat and hang out and have fun and do things. And then we also have a whole separate channel about homes on land, backyard properties. You don't have to have big land to enjoy that, but it's primarily for people with an acre or more. And those are all the places and more that we're putting out information to educate you, maybe entertain you a little bit, build community, connect with you, live life together, and of course, be your real estate expert and your advocate and protect you from the bad info, the lazy agents, and the shenanigans in our industry. So Merry Christmas. Hope you have an absolutely phenomenal time with family, friends, and for us, we'll be celebrating the incredible gift that is the birth of a Savior that saves us from all of our selfishness and stupidity and distraction. If that's not what you celebrate, I'd love to talk to you about that someday, but I hope you have a wonderful time with family and friends and great food as well, and we'll be back after Christmas. We'll talk to you then.